Welcome back, folks. It's me again. Here we are for another weekly recap. I am definitely crossing the line, getting into another Saturday night upload. How about I put it to you like that? Thank you for being here. If you are here, again, I don't want to just ramble on. What kind of recaps can we do from the most recent of times? Just prior to the Oscars, I was always aware, for example, of Conan O'Brien really being somebody special, especially when it comes to laughter. And for the most part, who wouldn't agree with me? That guy can make people laugh. So, again, I wanted to just point out that in our journey, it's surprising where we may be right now and where we will end up. But, if any opportunity knocks at your door, just say yes to it, especially if it's going to be uplifting you and putting you into a new realm where, listen, you should be. I mean, why did it come your way? So really give it a consideration. I know sometimes it really, we can be put on a spot where something really good could be presented to us as an opportunity of growth. And you're like, but you've got like this strong intuition to hold back. And what do you do? Like, how can you say no to that? It's an advancement in the organization. And of course, respect to that. But what do you do if you got like a strong intuition not to? Well, my suggestion is that, if it's really coming back where you can't accept it because it's really eating at you some way, or there's some kind of resistance going on with you, my suggestion is that politely decline. I know that might be a hard thing to consider, and I don't think that's going to happen a lot of times in our life, but it depends on where you are and the frequency of your busyness is. Sometimes you'll just get opportunities like overload, and then you have to start saying no, right? But if you're just starting out and you get something that's presented to you, if it's just going to make you sick thinking about it, how can that be a good thing? That's not growth. That doesn't seem like growth to me. It almost seems like a sort of decay, if you don't mind my saying. So again, I just want to give praise to Conan, and I mean that he's very special to me. I always make friends of people even like I don't know, but I'm sure everybody feels that way with Conan. And when you watch him travel around the world, you can see how there's really something special about him. People feel comfortable around him, open up to him, and humor has a hard time not crossing lines. And even if you find there's some things like it's not like I think they're offensive, but I sometimes can imagine what would somebody else think if they heard this or that. And I'm like, let's just not overload on things. Let's maybe think sometimes in the majority, like, are we laughing more with Conan? I think so, yes. I think the good heart leads the way, and he was just awarded with the Mark Twain Award. So again, good on Conan. And I thank him very much for the laughter. I hope you guys, if you don't know too much about him, I'm probably just have no worries of guaranteeing that you're going to get a laugh if you find the right event. But definitely start with Conan when he's traveling, like on the go there is, and crossing borders. Sorry, I know I love all these artists, but I used to be more intense on the details of these shows. But we're in the internet age, you can just find these things, and if it resonates with you, you'll click on it. So the other thing that's going on this week, and I know I'm like leading in with the good stuff, sometimes life just gets real, and like especially if you're thinking about, look, my heart's a coach, doesn't mean necessarily like I always want to do a coaching video, because I really love, I came from a film and television background, and I have a deep appreciation for those arts. Deep. I studied it myself. I went to a college to learn some more about it. I mean, something to consider when you love something that much, and it's not like the profession of a lawyer or a surgeon, for example. When it comes to the arts, you really can take the lead. I think I found in my experience in the work industry, and again, remember, I was talking about Conan and opportunity because he was once a writer, right? A very successful one. And it was Lorne Greene, the creator of like Saturday Night Live, and maybe so many other funny things, like movies, what have you. A lot of talent came from Saturday Night Live, but he wrote for that, and and thing is that from you never know how things are going to connect, and he became, I think, in my opinion now, I mean, I've seen Johnny Carson, and I have a lot of respect for Dick Cavett. And it's funny, nobody has said it, but when I see Conan O'Brien, he reminds me of Dick Cavett. It's crazy. I just feel like I'm looking at the same spirit of a person. Although Dick Cavett was never meant to be funny, he was funny just because he was very intelligent, or not what. I mean, he's an intelligent guy, and it goes the same for Conan. But again, let me start to transport myself to the second part of this program, where as much as I love to coach, I definitely love movies, and if I could find a way to just tell you, hey, look, I love this show this week. I saw High Potential and the whole thing now, and I'll tell you what, guys, really check it out. That Kate Olsen she's a very special actor. I think I'm in love. I'm gonna just say it like that. But I've seen her it's funny enough. I've seen her having a Conan Needs a Friend, and it's great there. I seen her just recently do an interview there with him, and the show just speaks for itself. And I kid you not, I didn't see it all, and I had tears streaming down my eyes. That's what I was telling you for the ones I've seen, but all the way to the end. And it's just like tears of connection. When I say connection, it's really the love between the cast, their goal of trying to bring some justice to a situation, or at least closure, if we look at it like that. And they have some personal things going on in their lives, so it's very typical of any good show. So I was just thinking, just as a joke, what happens if you've got the team from High Potential with Kate Olsen and the team from The Rookie with Nathan Fillion? I mean, come on, hands down. I think they're both in Los Angeles. So what if they could mash those two shows together? So now I'm 6 minutes into this program with you, and where are we going to end off? On a high note, if you ever feel discouraged, rejected, turned down, that stuff is very real. You're going to feel it. And I would even think, allow yourself to grieve it. But honestly, don't act on it, because it's done. You've got the answer. If you've asked somebody to go out with you, for example, and whatever they say, you'd probably be better with a yes or no, but whatever they end up saying, if you get a no, it's not what you wanted. It's probably what you were supposed to. How do I put it? When you get the no's, I kind of find a way to respect them. It's probably something that's better for you. I know that's hard to believe, especially when you somehow psychologically really think you want something. And sorry, I shouldn't equate that with the example I used about going out with somebody, but when you want a relationship, how about I put it to you like that? That's exactly what I meant. You're not going to, it's one of those organic things. I just don't want you to be too hard on yourself. If somehow you feel like there's some things internally, maybe things have been pointed out to you and you didn't like that, but internally you listen to some of those outer truths or inner truths that you're aware of. Start to modify yourself in a way that's uplifting for you, okay? Because you might be knowing that, hey, I could look after my health better. I don't want you to think a rejection means you have to start looking or chiseling yourself into some level of perfection. No, not at all. I just don't want you to get defeated and still think about yourself as priority number one and look after your health, look after your wealth. And that just means also having to good thoughts, you know what I mean? So, I just wanted to touch base with you guys. It's really hard not to do a video on YouTube, and I thank you guys for anybody that's watching. It's a pleasure for me to do these. It really is. Check in if you want. There's some other videos on meditation. If you have any ideas for what you'd like to see me talk about, I'd like to do that for you. But on a high note, even though I'm going to end on the theme of rejection, discouragement, disappointment, those things, you can't stop that it happened. You know that because you're feeling those things. Feel them, but try to do your best. It's like I'm trying to construct the right words, as funny as that sounds. But for me personally, when it happens, back when I was younger and you could say more passionate, you do stupid things. I'll be very honest with you. And I just want to say to you guys that just let it go. You got your answer, and I'm telling you, if that answer is the right one for you. I know it sucks to get turned down. I know it sucks to be rejected, even abandoned. Listen, I get some of those feelings, but that's not a forever thing, and don't make that a forever theme in your life. Just keep on if you can remember, just because I'm sharing this with you honestly and frankly, just, it's meant to be, okay? Don't worry about it. I mean, accept it. It sucks. It sucks. How can we say it's not? There's no point in denying this. And the coaching part of me just wants to tell you, put on a good movie. And if I started the show talking about Conan O'Brien, why don't you just put on wherever you can find him, especially on YouTube. Just go to Team Coco. You've got everything there. And I'd like Conan to think that maybe one day if he's traveling, he can come and stay here with his crew. But that's just something I'm letting out loud. So if it happens or not, I'm not putting it out there right now. But, I wouldn't be upset if it didn't happen. But I'm just grateful for somebody like that. And I think maybe now that I'm tying 1, 2, and 3 with you, There's Conan. There's High Potential. Maybe meeting together with The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, an awesome TV actor. Sorry, a great actor, period. And then we have how to deal with the tough stuff. Maybe we just have to put on a comedy, go for a walk in nature. If you have your heartbeat, if you have your sanity, you got a lot of things going on. And remember, disappointment is not a permanent thing. It never is. It's probably just the best thing that ever happened for you. And it always takes a little bit of time for you to realize that. So now, thank you very much for your time. I took you on a journey tonight. I'm still, I think, my number one biggest viewer, but it's okay. If you've made it this far, I'm grateful. I don't know why anybody but would, but I still care about what I'm sharing with you. And if you like anything here, please like it with a thumbs up. And if you feel like you got something in you to subscribe, if you're not a subscriber, please do. And if you think you can share it because I got a little bit of zest to me on a Saturday night, well, I'm okay with that too. And I'd be mighty grateful. Have a good night, folks. I'll see you soon. Hoping to get around for another video, maybe even tomorrow, but I'll see you when I do, okay? So you know what I say. Always have some good days to come. Keep your thoughts good, keep your actions good, and keep what you say good, okay? Start with that. It's very simple. Good, good, good. Bye. Love you guys. Oops. Try again. Good night, guys.